Hi there, sports fans. See, I told you I'd open up with that. We're doing show 134. We have Gino Fratelloni, who looks just... Did you get a haircut?
Why? You're jealous?
I cut 3 of them yesterday.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I have 1 more to go. Today we have Donna Bolger. Am I correct?
Correct.
You're not related to...
Nope.
No.
Stop it.
No.
All right, Donna's from Clear Path for Veterans New England, supporting the journey home. Now, would you like to explain a little bit about what you do?
Sure. So we have a community center that we just renovated in Devens, Massachusetts. It's 22,000 square feet. It's beautifully decorated, and it's meant to be a welcoming place for the veterans from really any community across Massachusetts. And we have programs pretty much every day, Monday through Friday. We have culinary programs, so we have an industrial kitchen. We serve meals on Thursdays to veterans and their family members. We have a wellness wing. We have art therapy. We have mental health professionals that are in the building. And we have a service dog program.
Service dog?
Service dogs.
Well, what type of doggies do we have?
So we have a variety of different types of dogs, but the majority of the dogs we work with are Labrador retrievers.
Ooh, the ones with the smile, right?
Yeah, they're always
Even if they're
happy.
upset, they're smiling.
They're always happy. And they make everybody else happy. So
That's right.
It's great to have them in the building.
See that? So go out and get a Labrador retriever. You don't have to go to Labrador to get one.
You should smile more often.
Okay. Now, before we go on, I notice here, can you get a close-up of this, or is it too far away? Okay, they're sleeping again. Hey, anybody in the control room, can you get a close-up of this thing? No, the answer is no. Why did you ask that? All right.
I've never been able to give you close-ups.
Huh?
They pull it up later.
Goody.
They'll
All
share
right.
it.
Wait a minute. Should we read this now?
Yeah.
They're having a Devens Dog and Music Festival, August 22nd. I think that's a Sunday, isn't it?
It's a Sunday, yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's 29 Antietam Street, Devens, Mass. The venue. Big words here. Who are you writing this for, the venue? The place where it is located in Devens at the Museum Field. That close to near the entrance?
No, further in.
Farther in. Thank you. Now, and don't forget Tito's Vodka for Dog People is sponsoring it, right?
Along with T-Mobile.
What? But there's Handsome Made Vodka from Austin, Texas. Shipped in all the way, right?
Yep.
And then it says T-Mobile, America's oldest, Youngling?
Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
Yeah.
Yingling beer.
Oh.
Never heard. Good. All right, the Club of Nashua Valley. I'll get it straight. Neshoba Valley.
Correct.
Is that a Rotary?
It is.
It is Nashoba.
Are you in that?
I go I am honorary.
An ambassador.
Sort of, yeah. I go to 6 clubs
And Northeast Metro Insurance Agency, Inc. And the Rotary Club, or Club, if you say it right. I used to be a speech teacher. Rotary Club of Air, Shirley, Harvard, and Devens. Are you in any of those?
Yes.
So you're all over the place like a fungus.
I told you.
And I'm a member of that Rotary.
Ooh.
Which is Nashoba?
Air, Shirley,
Yes.
Harvard, and Devens.
Okay.
Okay, now may I read this?
Yes.
So they
Clear.
meet in Groton, right? They meet in Groton?
Shirley.
Oh, in Shirley, okay.
You want to interrupt me again?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Drop and give me 50.
Okay.
$50.
Oh, okay.
Clear Path for Veterans New England provides service dogs to veterans service members. Service dogs are veterans service members that have been diagnosed with PTSD, which is
Post-traumatic
stress syndrome. What's TBI?
A traumatic brain injury.
Oh, what's MSD?
Military sexual trauma.
You should know that.
Why should I know that?
You're a veteran.
Well, what? We didn't go around doing anything.
You never know.
Yeah. These service dogs make a tremendous difference in a veteran's life. This festival will help support Clear Path in this endeavor. Local bands will be playing throughout the day. Join us for food trucks, dunk tank, I'm going to put you in there, canine demonstrations, and more. If you would like to help sponsor the event, please contact the event at POC Nick Nadeau. I can do French. That's Nadeau, Nadeau, at clearpath.ne.org. What do they mean by sponsoring?
So we look for sponsors like Tito's, T-Mobile, and Yingling to provide some financial support for the festival so that we can raise more money for more service dogs.
They sponsor, so they have to pay some money, like a donation.
Bring your checkbook.
You don't have a checkbook, but they do have a checkbook.
We print it. No, we don't. So could you explain what a service dog? Now, those are the ones that are really trained, right?
Correct.
Oh, and how much does it cost to train one?
So we generally purchase the dogs when they're 8 weeks old, and the training takes up to 2 years.
Really?
And they're trained extensively almost every day.
Wow.
And they're trained in public places, and they're trained to be perfectly obedient, and they get certified in public access, which allows them to go into public buildings.
They can go in subways too?
They can go in subways.
They're not afraid of the subway train?
No, we take them when they're very young and expose them to as many different environments, including the trains and buses, so that they don't have the fear of that.
That's nice.
We expose them to a lot of noise, distractions, so that they get desensitized to it, so they don't react to sudden noises.
What about thunder? That's another thing.
Yeah.
Some of the dogs don't like it.
Yeah, my
You
dog.
can't train them not to
shake.
get upset with that, can you?
I've had some of the service dogs in training. I've taken them for the weekend when we had fireworks, and they sat there and never even flinched.
You may have gotten the dog that was not upset. I know a friend that they have two dogs. One gets really shaky, and the other one goes, who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's part of when we select the puppies to be service dogs is we do a temperament test. So we can test a litter of them to see which ones maybe are the more laid back ones
Right.
and the ones that might be more skittish.
Maybe they drink. Maybe from this company here.
Yeah.
Send vodka. Now, what are the ones that these people have a therapy dog?
So generally a therapy dog is a dog that's trained to go into hospitals, schools, places like that, police stations, and they provide emotional support. Generally after there's a traumatic incident, or in the hospitals they provide therapy in terms of companionship for people who are ill.
I've seen them go up, they go up on the bed and they go, pet me, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had one of our service dog handler veterans that's in training took one of our service dogs home for the weekend, and he slipped and fell. And
The dog?
No, the veteran
the veteran.
slipped and fell, and they took him to the hospital. And so the hospital said, bring the dog. And they were about to medicate the veteran because his heart rate was up so high. And the dog jumped up on the bed. He calmed right down, and they didn't have to provide medication, which is why they're so valuable. They make such
great. Dogs are a man and a woman's best friend.
Yes,
Is it?
they truly are.
No kidding.
Yeah, dogs.
Yeah.
Like a putty cat, give me food. Right? Get away from me.
Now I know why.
Told you not
I got
to
two
fool.
dogs, and they sit there for 2 minutes. My wife sits, two of them go sit down with her.
Remember, they like them instead of you. I could see that. Can you see that, Mary?
Yes.
She sits. See, that's the audience today again. Same seat. Today
Mary,
she's awake.
Don't listen to him.
She's falling asleep last show.
The dog likes me too, but the question is,
To take for a walk.
Yeah.
Pick up my.
When I eat, they always beg.
Oh, sure.
They're so nice to me.
That's what a dog does. All right. What else would you like to bring up today? 'Cause we got a lot of time here.
Obviously the service dog program is a very important program of ours, and so we'd love people to come out to the dog festival and celebrate just being able to be outside all together again. But
yeah.
also,
Do they have to buy these dogs? The veterans, or they?
No, we don't charge the veterans for the service
So
dogs.
you get funding from the state or anything? Or
So we get a variety of grants from community foundations. We have had some federal grants and a lot of donors that support the program.
You have to ask for it? You have to apply for the grant?
Correct.
You mean the state government can't give you money? These states?
So the state of Massachusetts has provided funding to us as well.
Oh, see that?
They provide. That doesn't have to. They provide because they know what they're doing. They're doing for the veterans.
What about the other states?
Maybe some do.
In New England, we've had some support from New Hampshire, so they like to see that we're helping veterans in the other
Right,
states.
right.
And
Yeah.
so we've done quite a bit of outreach in New Hampshire, so we've had funding from
But
New
not
Hampshire
in
as well.
Vermont or?
Not yet. We're relatively young. We were established in 2017, so our outreach, our center is Central Mass,
Right,
and we've
right.
grown out. And southern New Hampshire, during the pandemic, we gave out a lot of food, and we brought food to Maine, Vermont.
Wow.
Rural areas that don't have access to the same kind of support
Right, right.
that we do.
Do you need a
in
snow
these-
plow in Vermont?
Yeah, they get a lot of snow.
Well, what are they used to? I don't know. So you have any questions, Gino?
No, not necessarily, but that because you asked me. Okay, the question is, how many people are available for any dog that you provide for their service?
You mean how many people are
Right
waiting
now-
to get a service
Yes,
dog?
right
So
now.
that's a great question. So we
Yeah.
have a waiting list of 68 veterans that have applied.
I got it.
And so it takes 2 years to train a dog, and
Yeah.
we're training. Right now we have about 9 dogs that are in various stages of training,
Yeah.
plus dogs we've already placed that we continue to monitor.
I got it. Yeah.
And we're getting 6 puppies over the next couple of months.
So that as soon as you finish the train, those dogs, you right away
get new
go,
ones,
go right
correct.
away. And I see. So how long do they have to wait before they can have a dog? Those the service.
So we like
veterans?
to bring the veterans in early to train with us so that they know the training process
Right,
and they know
right.
what's involved in
Right.
Does the dog
maintaining.
know?
Does the
Them,
dog?
I mean, if they're seeing the training process, but they don't know if they're getting a dog yet.
Correct.
Oh.
So they work with different dogs, and we get to observe that and see,
Which one is the
which
best.
one is the best fit. Because
Right.
dogs and
Yeah.
people have
Yeah.
personalities.
It's true. It's true.
We like to match the personalities.
Not
'cause
like
it's a
everybody
better-
likes you, my friend. Like me, I like you. You're a pain in the butt, but I
if the
still
dog
love
has
you.
a gambling habit, you gotta know about this.
Yeah, so the dog program is really only one of the programs we have. Another program we have is we're helping match veterans to employment opportunities.
Okay.
And
In what field?
In what field?
and really we're helping find fields, really we have a lot of job openings in the area.
Oh, good.
A lot of different organizations that we're working with. So
And they're willing to.
we have jobs in
Engage.
manufacturing, we have jobs in technology,
Oh, yeah,
we
yeah,
have jobs in finance, insurance.
Okay.
No, in finance, they have to have a degree for that, don't they?
Not all roles in the financial area require a degree, but we'll help them find training programs or degree programs if that's required.
So you provide also an ability so they can find a job. And not only you give them the dog because they need it, okay, for emotion or whatever, but you're also trying to find them a job. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Do you
Yeah.
have a different sheet under the top one than this one, or you had it turned? Never
I had
mind,
this.
you had it turned over.
Yeah. So we also provide some peer support. So we have veterans that are on staff that have transitioned
Oh,
successfully home,
Beautiful.
and they know where all the resources are. So when a
Beautiful.
veteran gets out of the service and he comes home, he
Yeah.
or she comes home, it's just not as always a smooth transition as we think it would
Takes
be.
a
Yeah,
while.
the way
yeah.
the government does.
Things have changed
Yeah.
since they've been away, and
The way the government does is bye-bye, right?
So they get
I
a-
don't think the VA does enough.
So I think that's the challenge is the military veterans, they get out of service and they transition from the Department of Defense to the Veterans Administration.
Right.
And
They do what they can.
they need some help in
Right.
that transition, and that's really why we're here.
Right.
Is there are a number of resources available through the VA, that help with occupational training, that help with
see.
mental health. So we just help connect veterans to the resources.
What about these homeless veterans? You don't get involved with that?
No, we also get involved with the homeless veteran population. So we have Jason Gilbert on our staff, sits on one of the committees for the state for homeless veterans.
Oh, that's
so they
nice.
do count, so they know where the homeless veterans are.
Yeah.
But we had a veteran come into our organization that had traveled here from San Francisco.
Oh my gosh.
And he was homeless and he didn't know where to go and he didn't know what to do, and ended up with our organization.
Oh,
and
wow.
our peer specialists, this is what they're so good at, is they brought him to the VA and they stayed with him, because what happens if you don't have an advocate and you need help,
Right, right.
and you get all these forms,
Right.
and you don't know how to fill the forms out,
Right.
you'll turn around and walk away.
Right.
And
If
so
there's somebody will help you in doing it and everything, they're assisting you, they get to know you, and that's how the help comes up.
I don't know why
Right.
they have so many forms. It's government, that's why.
yeah. But it's overwhelming, and so if you're already overwhelmed because you're homeless and maybe you have an illness, it's hard to get through that process. So our peers,
Even if you're well, right, to get to know you,
Yeah.
little forms you got to fill out.
right? So a lot of people will walk away from that process, and our peers help them navigate that, stay with them. We've had peers that have stayed, 12 hours in an emergency room, making sure that the veteran gets services.
I mean, it's too bad because, they go service the country and sometimes they go home, they don't have anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? They serve, they are dying for their country. And when they go home and they're lucky to go back home, they might lose a leg or they might lose an arm or something. You take care of that situation. But then they say, geez, but I have no place to go. I have no money to stay any place.
Right.
I think between you and I think the government should take care of it indirectly, to have a place for these people when they come back, because sometimes they lose their family, you know what I mean, and they're all alone.
Right. And that happens a lot to elderly
That's too
veterans
bad.
that end up on their own for the first time, and they're older, and so we're there to help them, and the VA does help. They have a number of programs, but if you don't know where to find the programs,
Right.
so that's what we specialize in,
That
is
is
connecting
good.
them.
Yeah, that's good to have the veteran administration. That's good. They do whatever they can.
Yeah.
But I can't see, like Edward says, they come home and then they're homeless. How can they be homeless? I mean, before they went to service, they had a place to live. They had a job. All of a sudden, they serve the country. They come back and they're homeless. That should not be possible.
Right. So
Between you and I.
Right. So there are elderly veterans that find themselves homeless. There are families that find themselves homeless. There's single mothers that find themselves homeless, and they each really require a bit of a different approach because their needs are different.
But
and so we're helping to navigate that.
I'm glad
Do you
that you
take people
you do a lot for them.
who
Thank
don't
you.
have any of these things I mentioned? It's over here. Well, what you were mentioning, is it on here? Oh, like if they don't have PTSD or TBI or MST, do you have veterans who aren't like that?
Correct. So we have veterans that, the idea behind having a community center is they can come and interact with other veterans from their era, as well as from other eras. And I think when we do the lunches on Thursdays, it's really special. You should come by sometime. But to see the intergenerational interaction, because the Navy guys like to talk Navy stuff, and the Marine guys like to talk Marine talk, and it's just fun to see it.
We'll be there, right? We'll go visit the young lady.
Depends on what's there.
It all depends.
We'll give you free lunch.
Ooh, baby. Hear that? Free lunch. Get the squirrels.
And one of the things that really keeps us going is we have a great staff of volunteers. So anyone who's
nice.
interested in volunteering, we have so many opportunities, whether it's help us with the lunch or we have an event, help us with the dog festival.
Yeah, just re-mention again the same thing you told us now, that they're really willing to accept any volunteer that's willing to help. and then give me the address so they can see it and hear it, and a
Yep.
telephone number they can get in touch.
It's on this,
That's nice. You never know.
Disconnect with us,
A
you're
lot of
talking?
people.
Yeah, so just if you want to connect with us, you want to volunteer, you visit our website, www.clearpath, NE as in New England.org. Or if you, especially if you know of a veteran in need, please call us and let us know about that. The phone number is 978-384-8800.
You're correct. I was reading. What? Look at that. It's up there.
You like that? Huh?
Is that unbelievable? It's up there, ladies and gentlemen.
Say thank you, Gino.
Thank you, Gino.
The timer's not on the screen at the
Don't worry
people
about it.
see.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We see it, but they don't see it.
I'm not worried, Gino.
Yeah. But anyway, I just like to add, I mean, those veterans, not they only help in the country, they gave it their life, but they have to realize they have somebody they can go to, and Donna gave you the information. Don't forget to go and see us. One way or the other, she'll be able to help you, or get connected to somebody. Okay, and the email is right there on the screen, telephone number right there. So don't be connected. You meet a nice young lady here that they will be able to help you. And
Well
if
said.
anybody says, we don't know anybody, just say, Edward and Gino sent us to see you guys.
That's right.
Right.
Then
Right,
we,
Edward?
Then we deny it later
No,
on.
say that, Mr. Naval guy.
Hey,
I'll take you to Venice on a nice boat.
they'd be sinking.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying.
They're not going to allow them in, right? You tell me, give me a first floor apartment. Better yet, give them the basement.
I hope they are willing. All those poor people, they are homeless. I hope sooner they will be able to have a place to stay and to live like a independent individual.
What? May I?
Yes, you
Thank
may.
you. Now, don't smile. That's not. All right, great. You're grinding your teeth again. I told you about that. What are they mostly from Iraq, Afghanistan? What you get now for the younger ones? Or is there some Vietnam in there?
So we do see a lot of Vietnam veterans that come in.
Still.
And a lot of Korean War veterans.
Nice.
They come in. We have lunch opportunities, and during the pandemic, I think people really suffered from isolation. It's not good for anyone to be isolated from people. I love being with people, so it was hard on me. So now that our doors are open and they're coming in for lunch, it's a good opportunity to connect.
Do you give out any? And furthermore, you acted as a vaccination site.
We did, yes.
See
thank
that,
you.
Gino?
Yeah.
Did you think of that?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
do that before you knew.
But you didn't say anything.
I didn't mention because I figure you did know too.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm sorry.
don't pick
Getting
on
back to the point, you did act as that?
We did during the last 8 weeks. We hosted a vaccination clinic, regional for the area, and every Wednesday they gave out the shots, and there were volunteers from all kinds of communities in the area, and the political delegation. They were so supportive in helping us get established, and it was a great opportunity for us to host that and do something for the community.
What did you know? Which vaccine you had?
We initially had Moderna, and then we switched to, I forget the other
Pfizer?
one. Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Because we had a lot of children that came in with their parents.
Yeah.
Pfizer was the 3-week separation, right?
Yeah.
Moderna is the 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took the 3.
Well, so did I.
So did I.
Well, so, over there we had a winner. I had to go to Gillette Stadium twice.
Wow.
Nice, beautiful 50-something mile trip.
Mamma mia.
Route 1 is terrible.
I know.
It needs to be repaired. But why should they listen to me?
But see, you could have come right down the street to visit us.
I went to the VA in Bedford.
And they did a great job. I think the VA did a great job rolling out the vaccines
Yeah.
early on. They did a really great
Too
job.
bad they missed
Yeah.
my arm.
No, you're right. You did a good job.
I only had a sore spot where they put the injection. I didn't feel anything after
Nothing?
that. What about you?
Yeah,
Was your
I
arm
feel
wasn't sore there? Well, that's because you work out, bulky.
I'm like a bull.
Yeah, look at a bull that lost its. Oh, sorry. You did you have a sore?
I didn't. It was relatively, yeah, I didn't have any side effects.
Make me feel like a wimp. That's another mark against you, Gino. All right, we have 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game here. What else would you like to add about
So
the
I would really
organization?
like to add that, you know, we also serve the family members. So
Family.
Family,
Very
right?
nice.
So they serve right alongside
Very nice, very
their
nice.
spouses. So
Very nice.
when their spouses are deployed, they're taking care of everything at home. And
Yeah.
so when they transition, it's hard for them as well. So
Right.
everything we do, we try to include the family.
Right.
Never know what
Well,
they've
you're doing
seen over there.
Right.
They don't want to talk about it probably a lot.
They may not, or they may want to be in an environment like ours where they can sit with someone that they can talk about it with because they've have a shared experience and they understand one another.
I had a guy I was teaching in class. He got up and sleeping. He got up and walked to the fence he had in his yard. He was sleeping, but he did sleepwalking.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
You know, you get some of them that can't sleep.
yeah. Yeah, sleep it's a challenging thing. So our wellness wing, we have programs that help people manage sleep.
Oh,
Do you
that's
have
good.
doctors there?
So
that's
we actually have a neurologist that's a combat veteran.
What neurologist is, you know?
So he does a neurofit program where you can help reconnect brain pathways
Wow.
that
That have been damaged?
That's nice.
No, that have been damaged.
correct. So you know, you can relearn things. I mean, the power of the brain is really amazing. And
Are you allowed to give his name?
I am. His name is Lars Landers, and he's
He's a ski instructor also. Lars,
Yeah,
come here.
Wait a
he
minute.
does sound like
Say
a
that again. What is his name?
Lars
I think-
Landers.
I think-
You interviewed him.
That's
yes.
right. I interviewed.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your show? No, in my,
Yeah.
while I was mowing
If
the
I
lawn.
knew, I would have called you. I'm so
Well, yeah,
sorry.
but you didn't know.
But you were so busy.
Yeah, I was so busy doing what? Oh, look, a snowflake. One,
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you see him again? So, you tell
Yes,
him
he's at the building. Yeah, I will tell him I
you
saw
tell
you.
him, yeah. Tell anytime he wants to come back, I appreciate it.
I'll tell him.
Because he's got to tell me a story. How many people help when you know?
Yeah.
You
and
didn't
he's
tell
in-
me I could come back.
Yeah, he's in the
You can
building
come
and he's
back
doing
anytime.
assessments. So
Beautiful.
What building is he?
he's at the Clear
Oh.
Path building. He's there a couple times a week and he's doing assessments.
Where's
and
his office?
He's on the second floor.
No, where is his office?
At the building.
Oh, it's at Clear Path.
No, where he works. He's in there. He's not there all the time, right?
He's right there.
Right. He's there a couple days a week.
Where is his actual office?
So
Does he have an office? I think it does,
He
right?
works out of Southborough. I think it's Southborough.
Scarborough, yeah.
Well, if you say so, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him that I'd like to see him again, okay?
I will,
And I hope when we come to see you on the 22nd, I hope he's be there so I can see him again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just tell him Gino was interested.
I will.
You know,
Yep.
He'll say, who?
Gino and Edward Cohen.
Hedward. See, it's not Hedward, it's Edward.
I said the way I wanted
You
to say
said
it.
Hedward.
Eduardo.
That's better. All right, 15 seconds left. I want to thank Donna Bulger for being here and talking about Clear Path. I almost read this right. Clear Path for Veterans New England, supporting the journey home. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you.
You know,
I thank you so
we'll be
much.
back next week with number 135. Make sure you watch it.
Ed Sullivan is dead, but Cohen isn't. And when it comes to weather, Cohen's smart. As New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Ed's a Joe who always bets his heart. You'll hear a slick review or two from Nicky. And Cantor Something Berg will sing some song. There's weather news and shtick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad you came along.